Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Atlantic Esports League in memory of Keenan, Biggilinz, Opperman, and this is day two of our Atlantic Esports League. Of course, this is the 10 p.m. match, Aerial Gaming versus Royal Esports. Joined with me is Keegs GTR35. How are you tonight, Keegan?
Yo, man, we out here, we vibing. There's some Call of Duty on the screen. It's all about to go down.
Yes, only so. Of course, this is a game three, I believe, of tonight. Unfortunately, a previous match before could not be played due to some technical issues and timings going on. Once again, we would like to say this launch weekend tournament is in memory of Biggilinz, and who was unfortunately passed away in a tragic car accident last year, December, and he was the main SMG of Dragon Augs, and most importantly, a dear friend of the members of the management team of Atlantic Esports. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends, and we send them all out during this difficult time. And we also want to commend Panther from Dragon Augs and Apollo from Atlantic Esports on pushing through this difficult time during their loss of their childhood friend, and doing this to deliver the best fantastic league we can offer right now. Once again, thank you so much, as we will show off the teams presenting the clan tag BK7 in memory of him, and we from the league appreciate you guys and a lot of the players who have joined up for this kind gesture, and may he live on. Thank you very much. So Keeks, first map of tonight, what are we starting with?
We got ourselves a lovely Garrison HP. You know, it's a map that I've seen the boys at Royal Esports do really well on. I haven't seen much of Aerial Esports as yet, but I'm sure they have the firepower to back themselves in this contest. Sinity's a long-time competitor in the scene. He has a lot of experience to back up his plays. I'm not too sure if he's the IGL of this team, but I would imagine that he is. He's the guy you're looking to make some plays, get his team in order. And we had Royal Esports on the screen last night, just dominant in the SND in the map 5 especially. So if anything, Aerial wants to avoid going to a map 5 against this team.
Yes, certainly so, and we've seen Royal Esports perform. Of course, it'll be a nice change of pace to see Aerial Gaming. This will be our first time witnessing them. Of course, we have some likes of Benson and Synerties on their side there. So definitely like to see these other two players, of course, Reels and Stock, following after there in Aerial Gaming. And on the likes of Royalty, we know the two legits, Adrian, of course, and then Tilla and Cruelty following after. So I believe we are all ready to go, and we'll start it off on this HP Garrison.
Yeah, let me just double check with the players so that nobody's missing. You don't want to have a restart for no reason whatsoever.
Yep, definitely so. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to follow our Twitter, Atlantic Esports League ZA. It's all in the description there. You can check it out, and we will update, check out any game updates that needs to be done throughout there, and also the IG as well. Thank you very much for joining tonight. And I believe both teams are ready to go. We are just making sure that everything is on side points. All good sides. Blue team sticking on Royal Esports, and red team will be Aerial Gaming.
We're just waiting for Royal Esports to give us the go-ahead, and once we get that, we will be underway. Who do you think should take the first map here, Zach?
This will be very interesting to see, because obviously two players of Aerial Gaming, Synerties and Benson, I've seen them compete a couple of times. They're not ones to shy away from a good gunfight. Of course, on the side of Royal Esports, they've been sitting pretty comfortable with the respawn game modes. I think I'll give it to Aerial Gaming. Let's see what can happen. You?
A little bit of an upset, you say, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I
I mean,
like
I
to
said,
see
I
it.
haven't seen. Yeah, we love to see a young upset here and there.
Hmm.
But yeah, we haven't seen much. Oh, I haven't seen much of Aerial as yet. I'm hoping that just like Impulsive Red, they give us something to keep the viewers entertained.
Yeah,
And with that, go ahead. We are gonna start the map on Garrison HP.
yeah, let's go. Plus, we are loading in right now. Hopefully, no issues. All players are on point. Let's get it started. Now, Garrison HP, Keeks. What do you think about this map as a hard point map?
I mean, Garrison is just like Moscow and like the new map Apocalypse. It's very
Mhm.
rotation heavy, very spawn based. The P2 and P3 can be very tricky to find your feet if you don't get those hills. And I'm just hoping that each team is paying attention to the timer so that they don't miss the opportunity to rotate and just make sure these teams get their clean kills. Make sure the trades are there, the teamwork is there. As soon as that comes together, the game just opens up, and it can be anyone's game. Guns get aside. It's all about how you play with your teammates, how you communicate with them. It's all about the basics that really make the game flourish.
Yeah, 100%. And now we can see both teams are starting to load up in. Of course, the side of weapon choice, Aerial Gaming sticking with two QBZs, two 74Us, but of course, Royal Esports, two ARs. That's going to be Adrian and Legit. So let's take a look at Sanities on Aerial Gaming. What do we. Obviously, we've seen Sanities play in the past, a nice player, of course, with his AR, but we would like to see him how he competes. This will be the first time ever seeing him actually go off on the map. It looks like the Mr. Stark actually entered in. But speaking of Adrian, speaking of the two-piece right there, beautiful kill following after Legit's right there. Well done, and taking off 3. That is a third one for Adrian on his streak, but Cruelty just holding in time right now, expecting that spawn flip to come into bound, and it looks like both members are looking the wrong way, and Sanity just comes in and gets that nice piece right there. Benson falling after a two-piece, holding off for that next rotation as Sanity spots a Cruelty in middle. He does get one. Can he get Tilla? But Tilla does trade out his teammate while Stark is holding off this time right now, as I believe Tilla is going down, coming up to push him. Unfortunately, we'll lose that fight right there, and Benson has him covered, but Tilla one more, trying to contest that hill for a tiny bit amount of time as they make their move towards a P2. It looks like Cruelty will be meeting his owner probably if he doesn't push over with his teammates, but thankfully he helps out Legits right now. But can he get the second? Oh, Sanity's just sliding in.
Big shades from Tiller, and again, I don't know if you noticed, Zach, but there's seems to be a distinct difference in the styles of play to these teams. The guys at Royal Esports are under the Krieg meta format, whereas the guys at Royal Esports are just QBZ all out.
Yeah.
Both ARs on QBZ, so we'll see which AR proves okay. Cruelty managing to get over that bar at eventually. We will manage to see whether or not the gun itself proves a difference here, because people have been using the QBZ as a main AR, but we all know that the Krieg is your designated main AR.
Okay,
and now
Stark.
Cruelty's gonna have a gunfight with 3 people. He gets 1, he gets 2. Oh, he doesn't get 2. Reels manages to just hit his shots, and yeah, we're gonna just like that. Aerial push right through, and they have those P3 spawns. They didn't give too much time to Royal Esports on that P2, and they managed to get this rotation. And it's all about how Royal approach to break this hill now.
Yeah, you can still see Stark trying his best to hold it off. Unfortunately, he does get naded out, but that big 3-piece there really bought some time for Benson and the rest of his squad to make that move towards P2. Reels and Sanity's into hole, but one will push through tools, and that's going to be Tilla, who finally gets that trade off for his teammate. And now Royal Esports, just like that, have flipped it around, and it looks like they're all pushing through mid. Stark trying to get into tools, but he needs to be aware of Tilla, and he does win that gunfight, allowing himself and Benson to reach in, and that'll be another player down, and that is 4 down already on the side of Aerial, and they have switched over their spawns, just like that, Kicks.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about the teamwork, Both teams showing great teamwork. I mean, the fact that Adel got through without even dropping a single body, that's some immaculate play, timing, and communication with their team. And again, the kills are going back and forth, and we see that now it's a fight for this P4.
Yeah.
Ariel still managed to stay very much in the lead, giving Royal minimal time on that P3, which is such a money hill. And Cruelty managing to just try and stay alive under this hill, hoping his teammates get back to support him in time. But you see Adrian and Tiller spawning up on the green and underneath the vents area. Tiller going for a standard till event play, and he gets 1 but he doesn't get the second. Sanity's trying to help out his teammates, just watch over this hill, and if they get those kills again, they manage to break these hills consistently around the 40-minute mark, and this is where they end up getting the bulk of the time, keeping Royal Esports down and out of the hill. But obviously there wasn't a sight of the opponents spawning out, and no one called it out, so clearly no one looked at the back. It was a free kill, but the hill is still in favor of Aerial, and they have not left it even though bodies have gone down.
Yeah, and you can see Reels is still sucking in all the time he can get for his teammates right now as two players are pushing in on the side of Royal Esports, trying to get on control. It looks like Tilla will be eventually still looking towards the back. Maybe you want to push into lights and get a spawn trap going into place. Obviously, he has spotted out Stock, but Adrian on the likes of Square is going to try and push through, but Benson just catches him off bound. And Sanity's still trying to do the best he can from the back there, suddenly supporting off some control with that head glitch on the back of the spawn with that QBZ right now. And actually, I gotta ask you a question now, Keeks. This AR and this QBZ and Krieg, which one did you, if you had to, choose one to play with, like completely, there's no choice going back, what would you stick with?
Man, I like the Krieg a bit more. It just feels so much snappier, but the downside to it is that the Krieg doesn't do as much damage as the QBZ. But it's all about playing to your strengths, you know. If you can maximize the efficiency of the Krieg for its distance, then for all it's worth, use that gun. However, if you feel that with your team play format, you need to be a bit more aggressive, you need to be closer to them, QBZ is your gun. It's all about how you play with the gun, and if it fits your playstyle, just things are gonna go so much better for you and your team.
Yeah, and I completely say so. As we speaking of one player himself, Mr. Stark, he is going off right now, and
Yeah.
Tilla's back at it again, Keeks. He's doing this vent thing. I wonder if anyone actually noticed. He gets a two-piece. He does this every time. Ariel, please watch the VODs. Look at what Tilla keeps doing. He keeps playing this vent thing, and it's so annoying because sometimes it just makes me wonder, does Tilla do this to annoy me personally? Because this man knows that I get very mad when he plays this. Because the way he gets it through, it seems like team after team, he keeps doing it and he successes with it. Like,
You know what it is?
crazy.
It's the Treyarch mentality, dude. He used to be the same rat in BO4 on Arsenal, and he's doing it again. Vince is his home, dude, and he manages to get the same kills, dude. No one expects him to be there, but he pops up when you least expect it, and he gets those kills to help his team out. This team managed to get some time off the hill. I'm also glad that they managed to focus his rotations, but then again, Sanities and Benson with those QBZs shutting down that spawn hold, and you need Adrian and Cruelty to go massive right now. Cruelty's the last one up, and just like that again, all four from Royal Esports go down.
Yeah, and look at that, coming through on square side of Royal Esports. They're going to try and get that gun down on Reels, and now they've made themselves a bunch of space to push through, but Benson and Stark are set up perfectly across each other. Tilla still about to possibly get that kill off. That nade can be super helpful right there, weakening one player, but Stark maybe want to ego gel this, unfortunately. Sanities does take that kill away from him, but he does get out legits. Maybe he wants to push up, but they're just taking that time in, and right now the control for Aerial Gaming has been going off, and speaking of going off, Mr. Stark himself, 29-11, 1 minute and 54 in a hill counting. The man that can do it all, it seems like, for his team.
I mean, he's got full streaks, Zach, and this is. I mean, at this point, you could basically give Royal Esports the P3 hold because you've got everything you need to break that hill and more. I'm really worried for Royal Esports right now. If they don't pick it up soon, this game will be all but lost. But let's see, that's 2 down for them now. This is a good wave of kills for them. They've got to know that their opponents, 2 of the guys they just killed, are spawning out. They know there's 2 guys in the spawn. They've just got to wait out these streaks. They should know that Stark has streaks. I assume he's got like 7k score at this point because my man is not dying.
Yeah, certainly so. And Benson, he has. I'm surprised Benson stayed that long up. They should have focused Benson a little bit more, and now Stark already on that next point. I don't think he wants to even use these streaks, but look at that against Cruelty. He takes down one there. Sanity's now focused with Legits and Tilla trying to push through in tools, but Tilla is still camping there, just trying to get avoiding that gunfight, but Legits unfortunately doesn't expect Reels coming in from the back there. There's one more in tools, and that's going to be Cruelty down. There's Adrian still in hill, but it looks like Reels has been tagging pretty well with this duo between Stark and Reels right now, and Stark just going off to the next point, getting off Sanities from the top of floating, and now 2 more in a mid from Royal Esports. I'm sure Benson has spotted out a couple of ideas where the spawn is, and can he get the turn right there? Unfortunately, he will not, as Cruelty goes underneath. A bit slow right now from the side of Royal Esports. They just need to come up. If Cruelty can break this hill pretty well and just wait out for his time, but Dark needs to be viewed. His teammates need to help him out. He's in this corner right now. Yes, Adrian has taken that control on bridge. Now it's up for Royal Esports. Adrian to hold it off. Unfortunately, that trophy wasn't there, but that kill was perfect. And now can he finish off the kill on Sanities, who's about to be coming through caution? Sanities has caught that kill, but can he get the second? No, Legits does trade him out. They are securing in this time they can, but Reels is entered in with Stock. Now Stock, these two, they are just trying to push it through, but Adrian is trying his best to hold this point. They are both trapped in that corner right now. He's taking a glance at caution, but it just seems like he can't get a kill right now on Adrian's side. He's bouncing off between players.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very big contest here from the sides of Royal Gaming. I mean, they haven't given Ariel much time from that P3 to from that P2, P3, and P4, and now if they can just get a decent setup and they can get this next wave of kills, they'll be able to get some good time off of this P5. And it's one guy up and it's Reels. You need Aiden, you need to kill this guy so you can you can get this heal time, and Cruelty's here to help him out. But there come the streaks, and will there be any benefit? And Legit is trying to shoot the cruise missile down, and he just misses it. But it's a thing, Zach. You know, you can shoot down the cruise missile with your gun. But again, like, there's all this hill control, and there's very little hill pressure. You really need the subs or even like the ARs to just get on this hill and play for the time from the sides of Royal Esports. They had so much control. Like, I guess the streak must have scared them a little bit, but you definitely need someone to get in that hill to play some time, because out of that hill they must have got, I think it is at least 20 seconds out of that hill, and you could have gotten a lot more considering the amount of control you had on the hill. But then again, if they can get some good time off of this P1 and hit that rotation,
this P1 now, this P1's gonna make me angry if they let, obviously, Tilla's now in hill helping his teammates, so he's more focused on that. I would have said if he allows himself to get that kill, well done on him. Getting Stock, can he get Sanities? He is super weak, but thankfully his teammates are trying to support some fire right there, and Adrian is set up nice on a green control, but Benson, notice Benson coming in from behind there, he gets the third, and Stock finishes off with the 4 kills down on the side of Royal Esports, and they have just been pushed up. But Benson got bad card timing right there, trying to spot out, I believe that was Cruelty, who was coming in through lights on the section here, and Sanities does win that gunfight, but Sanities takes 2 players down. Can he get the third? No, Benson does help him up, but Adrian is still in hill, trying to hold that point. They just need a couple more points, but contesting it will be Reels and Benson, and Reels wins that as he takes over that extra time. 10 more seconds on this hill will be just enough, but they won't exactly get it, I think, as they need to still hit for that P2 for 1 second more.
Yeah, it's this is the cruise, the artillery slugs are coming in. It's big streaks from Stark, and he knew where he needed to put them. He saved them pretty much all game. I think he could have used them a bit sooner, but nevertheless, the result was still the same. They managed to close out the map, and Stark with a monstrous map 1 against Royal Esports.
Yeah, I mean, this man, he's got over 2 minutes in hill. He drops a full 40 to 23. This man is doing it all for Aerial Gaming, and that's wonderful. Like, this is definitely a team that Royal Esports have to understand what they're gonna go against tonight, because their respawns are going fantastic for rotations and hill control.
He's dropped a 7k damage. He's just that's 2 of the players from Royal Esports. That's really crazy. But you really need the guys from Royal to pick up the game. Talking to the boys over at Royal, they did say last night their warm-up map was map 1. Let's hope it's the same tonight and that they get to pick it up in the next maps to come.
Yeah, definitely so, and I believe the next map is going to be a Search and Destroy on Moscow. That'll be interesting to see, and of course right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1-up with Aerial Gaming in this series, best out of 3. Let's just put it up. I have a look. Game sound. I will make sure that the game sound is sorted up right there, Groovy in chat. Thank you very much for telling me. Once again, we are sorry if any audio issues do come out. Please say it in the chat so I can fix it up and tune it, as we are going into the new map now, Keeks. At Search and Destroy on Moscow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Moscow is one of those maps that, it's like most S&D maps. You got your strats down. It's all about how you execute them. You know, I'm always gonna favor the boys over at Royal Esports to just pull one over every team in the S&D, because that's just their bread and butter. But then again, it's all about how they play against this aerial roster. Because I mean, like you said, an upset, you know, underdog. They managed to take the first map off of Royal Esports, and let's hope they can keep the momentum. I think we should hop on to Stark, considering his
Yeah.
fire from the first map. Let's see if we can continue that into the S&D.
Yeah, definitely so, and it looks like there's gonna be a switch of AR type on Aerial Gaming side. One QBC and one Krig, and on the side of Royal Esports, they're keeping it classic with the two ARs, of course, Adrian and Legits. But let's check out on Mr. Stark himself right now, as it looks like 3 members of Royal Esports has entered the dip, but they don't understand that Stark is right behind him, and he does take first blood right now. He does take out Adrian until it does deliver it back with Sanity's taken away by Cruelty, then takes another play out, but Stark delivers another trade, and it's left in a 2v2 already. Keeks, how
Yeah,
quick is this map?
This is an electric round. Stark with that first blood, helping his teammate out. Well, he's got Benson in the middle, and he's got to give him some information there. They know that, I don't know if you can see, but the bomb's on him, and he's just got to play for these angles now. He's got 2 guys directly on top of him, and he's got to wait for the kill. Yeah, and he's gonna get one on Legits, maybe, hopefully, and he cleans Legits up. Can he get the second one? And he does, and that's a 3-piece from your boy.
And I believe
Stark.
that is an ace for the round.
Is it an ace?
Yeah, I believe so. That is an ace. That is Stark's first round on S&D Moscow, and he starts off with an ace.
I mean, we said, can he keep the fire going, and he showed us he can.
Okay, Mr. Stark. Royal Esports now probably saying, Mr. Stark, I don't feel too good. Oh no, unfortunately there is a bit of a glitch on my side with Codcast, so let me just make sure that is fixed. There we go. Thankfully, that works still, since Modern Warfare
and
time.
now we see there's a repeat stretch. The boys over at Aerial are pushing this bomb site. Sinity's Tiller whiffing some shots, but getting the kill. Reels is behind him. Big trades from the boys over at Royal and making sure they're locking down that side. I don't think they know that Stark is in, and like as I say it, Stark gets the kill. Can he get a second? Oh, he must have been weak still on the region, but now to 2v1, and this is all on Benson to make the plays to get his team back in it.
Yeah, and of course the 2 players of Royal Esports, Tiller and Adrian, still in mid. Now Benson needs to make a move. Of course, Bomb is in front of A side. He's gonna have to look through that lobby and go up S keys right now. If he can catch it, of course, Tiller is watching over, and that's gonna be Adrian just peeking off behind just in case, but I'm pretty sure Tiller's got him on Pillar's side, and he can bounce it back. Benson is gonna come into his side, but can Benson win this fight right now? He's aiming down that side. He has spotted Tiller, but the real point is how Adrian just gets. Can he avoid that gunfight? But that beautiful shot, those headshot multiplier is something else, Geeks.
I mean, Benson's got, but regardless of that kill, as much as the work's been done, he's got to make a play for this. He's got to get this bomb. He's got to force this plant. He doesn't know that that Adrian's going to come on the flank, and this is going to be as close as it can be. And I think this is all but done for the boys over at Aerial Esports.
Unfortunately, that stun may have taken a lot of time out of Benson for that plant.
Yeah.
But good props on Adrian to actually rotate enough time to actually allow himself to have that space. Because we don't know what could have happened if he challenged it from in front.
That is true. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, in S&D, you're going to be looking more towards Krigs being used just because of how there's no recoil to the gun, it just makes it a lot easier to get those long distance kills. And everybody knows anything medium to short to long range, you want to get that 74U and just snap on those heads. I like the fact that Adrian's gotten a kill this time. He's not going to be a special agent till the end. He's picking the
almost made it to the 007 right now. As we see, Sanity's probably going to get his first kill right now, and he does get out Adrian, but Tiller returns the favor and takes out Stark, and Legits follows after, but Sanity's just slides through and not noticing that Tiller was there, and so quick that round just went past Benson, left in a 1v3 unfortunately, and just like that slices through.
The dynamic duo opened up the round with those early picks. Prone boy Tiller managing to get these kills, these easy kills.
Some WS type moves right there.
Prone is life, but those are the type of people you need in those situations. Just talking to each other, knowing each other's playstyle so well that you can help the other out without even knowing it. And like I said, I'll always tip my app in favor of the boys over at Royal Esports for S&D, so hoping they can keep this momentum going and just get this next round. It seems like these teams are favoring the A side push, which is rare to me, because we know that the B side is your favorite push if you can get that push right. The boys over at Royal are playing really deep, hoping to get a pick before they do anything. And Stark sees Tiller doesn't see Stark, but
Benson does
Benson
fuck
with
up
that
for the
first
first
blood.
blood. And I believe that was Cruelty, who was trying to make a move towards the back there. So props on him to actually gun down the guy trying to get the flank on side. And now Benson has returned that favor and taken that spot. But Adrian is still watching near that globe and trying to see if anyone's going to push Golden. But look at Sinity's point of view right now from Legit side. Like, I mean, the timing right now, if they want to push that P3 point in HB, let's see how it goes if that was at HB right now to break. But it looks like Stark is going to be taking the bomb towards B side, but I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to go back A? I think he's a bit confused right now.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things, that I mentioned previously and almost in all the S&Ds, this hesitation can be your team's undoing, They have a number up in the lives department. They should be running together, working on trades, and they're just letting Benson run all on his own.
Ooh.
And Tillo with the crazy two-piece, and Divan with the Legit with the trade in his duo. It's a 2v1, the bomb is not down. These guys have to play for this, and it's just as simple as that. That hesitation is what is undoing to these teams, and it's where teams like Royal, teams like Impulsive Red or S&D specialists, where their hesitation is not known to them. They know what they want to do, they get out at it, they get the job done. There's no way for them to let the team pressure them into making a mistake. Those teams are the teams that really take over in these S&D matches.
Yeah, definitely so. And right now, Royal Esports seem to be countering that effect that Aerial Gaming started off very hot. Maybe they were a little bit too confident, but let's see what Aerial does to deliver that pushback right now as we hop on board with, let's see, the man who has been in the most 1v1s we've seen recently in S&D. As a Cruelty will just have bad timing on him, but can he snap onto point? But no, Cruelty will take him out. But Stark did deliver the first blood on the side of Aerial Gaming, but it's left in a 2v3. Aerial Gaming shot by 1 life, and now Sinity's just lingering around A. He's just watching over that bomb, but it looks like number 4 himself, Stark, does get a 2-piece, but unfortunately Cruelty's left in a 1v1 against Sinity's. Let's see what can happen. Of course, bomb needs to go down on the side of Cruelty. Which place would he go to? He has the bomb. It looks like he's rotating back towards that A side, but Sinity's more focused on B right now.
Yeah, and does anybody you want in these 1v1 situations, it'll be Cruelty and Sinity's. Unfortunately, Sinity's and Reals are having a tough time getting into this S&D, but the experience and the amount of times Sinity's has been in this situation in his Call of Duty career, it set him up for this. It's just hopefully the timing isn't against him, and if Cruelty can get this bomb down right now, he's in a massive advantage. He's got the bomb down. All he has to do is watch over the site. And Sinity's is coming up mid. He's gonna hit the window, and Cruelty is out of that site. He has the control he needs, and he's got a bullet timer right now.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Cruelty is just looking over on balcony side, but Sanity's is more focused on that street side, checking sure that everything on that window side is gonna be there. But can Sanity's get spotted out by Cruelty's has spotted him out right now. This is the bad COD timing, unfortunately.
He thought about it for a second. He was going for the execution. He was going for the BM.
Yeah.
He was out there.
But well done to start getting in this gunfight right now. Legits and Agent were completely confused on what happened there.
That is unfortunate that they lined up perfectly for him and they didn't even know he was around the corner.
Yeah, definitely so.
I mean, the Stark just is putting up these incredible numbers, and Tiller trying to match him, but Stark just doing a little bit better. But the difference here is that the boys at Royal Esports are just all playing a better game as a team. There's nobody doing too bad that affects the team when you got people like Sinities and Reals just not having the best time of their lives.
Yeah, and right now they grouped up.
They immediately just they backed out, and if they sit in this situation again, as we saw in the previous round, the 2 rounds ago, it's just gonna not work for them. They need to make their move, and they need to start going towards these bomb sites, trying to get this plant down, even working a pick. And when they get that pick, they need to make use of that pick.
Yeah, and you can see Adrian right now trying to sound any of the players' footsteps right now, and that's going to be number 8 who has just entered the window, but that's going to be Stark who does get in the side of Adrian, but Adrian, can he get the second one? A beautiful trade coming off on Real side, who does gun it down. That's his second kill so far throughout this S&D, but his teammates are coming to help him out. Now, can he get the bomb down in enough time? Legit's coming through with Tilla on either side, just checking over by that street. Tilla is about to enter in. If he can spot one player on, that's going to be Benson. That was spotted on Tilla's side. And now Tilla comes in for that trade for his teammate. Unfortunately, getting gunned down, but he needs to watch out. Can Benson get this time on Bond? Look at that card timing. He just jumps on Bond, but he does spot out Cruelty, and he does gun down Cruelty. Now Tilla last alive. Unfortunately, he's going to be left in a 1v1, and Sinities wins this time in this 1v1. Some payback from the last round, definitely.
Yeah, definitely needed to get that bomb down. And you see how the game changes once the bomb goes down. It gives the team who put the bomb down, in this case Aerial Esports, just a much better opportunity to take the round. They've got the control and the trades were in their favor. It was just all that simple. Should have just started doing that a few rounds ago.
Yeah, and right now, Royal Esports sit comfortably on that 2-point lead, 4-2 currently. What can Aerial Gaming do this time on their defense if they can get those first bloods coming in? I'm looking at the route man because I'll consider him the route man. I'll consider him the AR at this point right now. Stark, the way he's been playing this AK-47U, as you can see, now he's trying to watch that dip. Tilla right next to him. It just needs to wait out for that slide in, out, and right now Tilla, they look away at the wrong time, but he has spotted out Tilla right now, and he will challenge it. This man wants the ego challenge. He wants to get this first blood super quick, but can he see Legits in enough time? Legits will win that gunfight right there. But has this allowed any of the players on Aerial Gaming to take advantage of knowing that that was A? But unfortunately, Reels does win that gunfight against Mr. Legits, and now Reels just taking his time, but he is crouched down. That's not something you want to do with an AR right there when someone's chasing you, and Attila does gun off Sinities, and Benson back again in these 1v2 situations, man.
It's always the man Benson.
Oh.
And he can't get the kill this time.
This time, that was his spot as well.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't the correct. That's
yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. That was Adrian and Tilla back at it again in that 1v2. Same thing that happened.
Tilla won this time. He proved them wrong, eh?
Yeah, he definitely did. What's my man doing there? This is some snaking. This is some next level snaking. Okay, my man snake in the air.
You know, giving some early D-bags, you know, he was confident to get the kill.
Yeah, definitely. Looking pretty comfortable, 11-5.
You know, this Tilla putting on a show for us over here, monster S&D game out of him, and that's with him and his team just executing each round perfectly. Stark just needs his boys to help him out a little bit, and things can go a different way.
Yeah, it looks like Aerial Gaming spends no time taking time right now as Reels is just sliding in and going for that second kill. Can he finish it off? Yes, he does right now. That is 2 down, but Stark will trade out his teammate hopefully, and that is already 1v3. Now Tilla has to face the 1v3, and Benson, his placement right now, unfortunately, did push him away towards balcony. Let's see if he can set up on a new right now, but I think Tilla can play himself pretty well. Of course, he needs to watch out for the likes of Sinities, who's kind of standing at the wrong way, and he misses his gunfight. Oh,
yeah, it's just a little bit unfortunate. Yeah. The action time wasn't too awake. He wasn't too awake for that situation. But they definitely have some rounds to their name, so it's just about closing it out. You don't want to give this team momentum. The minute they get this next round, I think this is where it's going to start getting to the boys at Royal. They need to make sure they keep it calm. They get these kills, they see out this round, and then move on to that control.
100%. And I think the best thing Aerial Gaming can do is try and pull back what they were doing right there. Like, that attack, I don't think Royal Esports expected them to attack so fast with that bomb.
Tilla, Sinities, and then
Sinities right now taking that
blood.
Yeah, against Sinities, who took out Tilla, and now let's see if Stark can follow that, and he does get that too. He's now entered that double digits of kills, but they need to watch out for Adrian, who's on the loose towards the back of spawn, and it looks like he has spotted out Stark. Does Stark win that? No, Stark, unfortunately he does not, but Sinities is still watching that elbow pass through. He is in a nice position right now. He just needs to let 2 of those players come through towards his side, maybe 1, because it looks like Legits is coming in to play through, but Adrian, can he spot him out in enough time? Adrian doesn't seem, and 1 will push out through there. Sinities picks up a 1 piece, but it's left Benson in a 2v1, and it looks like Aerial Gaming will see Reels pushing up. He has spotted out Adrian. Adrian, do you want to push this? No, Reels will still shoot until he runs out of ammo, and Reels slides in and guns it down. Aerial Gaming getting a bit closer, now 1 round behind Royal Esports to this round 11, Keeks. But it is still game points.
It was an unfortunate situation where we saw both of these players check those corners as best they could before they came around it. But it's a good thing that Adrian got the trade nonetheless. Just obviously at the end there, he just got pinched by those two players, and there's nothing he could do, nowhere he could go. But now, like I said before, this is all on the boys at Royal to just close out this map. If they are unable to do that, it's gonna put them in a bit of a dump, in a bit of a bad mood for the next map, and it's just gonna give, especially Stark, even more momentum. And this aerial esports team are just gonna fly in the next map where they're gonna play.
Yeah, and right now they are taking it a bit slow, but notice Stark himself. That's not something you want to do with that bomb right there. That bomb very far from your teammates if you do die, Stark. And I'm not questioning your skills right now, man. But if you do die, your teammates are going to be quite a distance to pick them up. But look at Cruelty. Has Cruelty spotted him? I'm pretty sure he has and dipped away in enough time. He has probably alerted his teammates. You can see that map right now. Number 2 himself, Agent, he's going to be watching that mid right through. And it looks like number 6, Stark, is going to be making this push through eventually because he has 39 seconds left and counting. But no one has started off an engagement. I think the closest one who's about to engage, if anything, would be Tilla. But it looks like number 3 has spotted out Stark, and he will be pushing towards the back of their spawn right now. But Benson does get killed right there, and Cruelty takes off that first blood. Stark now pushing towards that A side of Eskies, and Legits and Tilla are waiting for them. And Legits has spotted that up, but now it's time for Tilla, if he can position himself in such a way and come through. But Tilla loses against Sinities. Bomb has to go down. Can you cover your teammate right now, Reels? You just need to watch down that Eskies, and you didn't see Cruelty just yet. Unfortunately, Adrian has killed Stark, and that's left in a 2-1v3, sorry. And right now, Royal Esports take that S&D 6-4. GG's to them. Currently leading in right now, 1-1, tying up that series.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it again and again and again. You know, the hesitation is just the undoing of a lot of these teams. The Royal just played the game, waited for their opponents to get aggressive on them, and I think it was Reels. He overextended on Street, and just it was an easy kill for Cruelty.
Yeah.
And all that made is that they were too late to get the bomb down because of all that time they wasted playing in their spawn and not deciding what to do. Just a pity that they couldn't take care of that round, because there was definitely potential for them to win that round. It's just obviously, you know, flat feet ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, 100% agree, and of course that was just unfortunate on the side of Aerial Esports, Aerial Gaming, sorry. They came up super close on the side there, but let's see what they can do now, because I know Stark, he's going to be that built up the momentum for that man right now, and he's going to see if he can take it in this control raid. Of course, we got two sides of control coming in from the side of a Tiki and a Ring. Of course, I would say Tiki is a bit more tricky to capture, Keeks, from the side of raid.
Yeah, the way this map is basically, if you can capture this B site a lot earlier in the game, you bode a better chance to win the map, just because of how much easier it is to get to the A side, or to the Ring. The Tiki is just so hard because of all these angles that you can watch, and it's so easy to defend. But if you can make that a priority and you can get that captured early on in the round, that just makes the life so much easier for your team to hit that A side.
Yes, certainly so, and I believe that is actually I think that is a glitch in the game, or is there one player that unfortunately is down on this side? Let's see. Okay, hold up a second.
Just change players. Just change players.
Should be much better now. Oh, nope. Just give me 1 second as I get this. Show on a bound. Unfortunately, that is a glitch right there. We are gonna have to see how it goes through. Of course, remember, number 1 is gonna be Tilla right now, getting involved. Of course, Sinities picks up that first blood right now, but it looks like Royal Esports has entered B. And speaking of the most difficult point that we saw, it's gonna be a B capture first of all. And I think Royal Esports 100% agreed this is what they want to focus on instead of Ring right now. But it looks like Sinities has entered the point area, and he has spotted out Tilla. That is 2 players down, trying to take off some flag capture right there. But look at Royal Esports. None of them none of the players on Aerial Gaming focused on that A diversion now, and you can see Adrian on Zigzag trying to watch his water staircase. He has spotted off Stark, and Stark does die to him. Well done indeed. And now Reels is still there, but he hasn't just spotted off anybody coming through that courtyard. That's gonna be number 8 trying to make his way through Art, and that is Reels getting gunned down on Adrian, picking up a nice 2-piece. Now we're going over to Stark in a laundry. Has he spotted off Cruelty on the side there, trying to make sure they have got A so quick. That is 3 members members, of course, the highest you can get on control to capture a flag, and that is A already gone, and now focus back on B, but Reels has spotted out one. Can he get the second? And he does so well indeed right now. Of course, leading in lives is Aerial, but they still need to watch over that B side more carefully. Of course, Sinity's focusing on top of a mansion, while Benson is just playing around in water right now.
He's going for a swim. He's trying to stay cool. It's just, you got to work these kills. If they don't get the next few picks, it's going to be a bit difficult. And Cindy's reacting very late to the point being captured. And it's a big two-piece out of him. But he's got to know there's one more. But his teammates are to trade him out. They do not know that Adrian is behind them.
Yeah.
This could be a clutch play if he can stay alive after getting this kill. And he does. But is he going to ego it? Okay, he doesn't. He manages to keep his ego in check. But there's the piece at the back. This is what you want. Keeping his possible control. Forcing them to spawn deeper. And there's a big win from Tiller on water. Or Tiller didn't was Zivan on water. But if they can just keep the stack, this is a big gunfight from Cruelty. He's got at least 4 seconds to go. His teammates are gonna help him. This round is all but for Royal Esports.
Yeah, 100%. Letting Tiller come to the back there and buying over those 2 kills wasn't that done well. But I think the focus on that really did do like justice towards Royal Esports was that diversion to just focus on Ring rather than any of Aerial Gaming. Picking up that nasty 2-piece in mid was Adrian that managed to get Reels and a stock of above on Art and the Courtyard. And I think honestly those 2 players really did well to hold their team in support right now, but it's time for Aerial to capture the points. And right now it looks like it's no more glitched on my side, so we can actually see Tiller going off on the scoreboard this time.
Yeah, it's just, you could see whatever the boys at Royal wanted to do, they did together. And it's the same coming in from the boys at Aerial. They do the exact same, Stark with an early first blood for the team. And he's playing his life, he's not over-challenging anything. They know they need to get on B, they are on B. The boys at Royal know this as well. They're hitting the mid to cut them off. It's a big kill from Reels. He's got to stay up and Stark with a big kill on Legits, and they're just getting this point going. Cruelty's got to win another gunfight, and he doesn't. Benson helping out his teammate in the hill, and they got to know now there's at least one person in that window, and he's got to play. He's got to play carefully here. He doesn't want to die, and he unfortunately goes down. Benson going into the possible area, not looking to his right. Just 3 quick kills for the boys over at Royal, but there's still a lot of time left. You see, the difference here is that all the players on Aerial are a little bit separated, whereas you saw what happened in the previous round. Royal spawned up, they hit the A point together, they didn't let anyone go alone, and all the boys at Aerial need to do is just work some kills and play together and move up together. It's a big kill from Reels if he can get Tiller in the middle, but it doesn't seem that he can, and he knows there's someone on the point, and he gets gunned down by Cruelty.
Yeah, and it seems like Royal Esports are trying their best with Tiller and Adrian going off towards the back of their spawn, trying to get some kills through, but Benson, this is certainly not the spot you want to be, man. You want to get into that point, but Cruelty is still waiting for you. You do win that gunfight, but now you gotta push in. That is 22 seconds. Of course, number 4, that is Legit trying to hold it off, and Reels does win that gunfight. A big gunfight for him. That is 3 members on that point. You know what happens when those 3 are right there, but he needs to make sure that he can gun down Cruelty. Of course, now 1 left up there, but he can get that final shots on Zivan. It won't be enough, but Stark does get support of Sanities. If he can help his teammate out, that will give them a minute extra right now, and now they put into that 1 minute and 20 seconds left to capture that B, and of course 1 tick is already secured on that B. It's Cruelty by himself. If Benson can still stay on this top mansion and try and watch that out, well done, as he guns down Benson, guns down Cruelty, and he gets the kill on Legits, making sure that his teammates are secured from the back. But the spawn, of course, is in that court right now, and Stark is trying to interfere in the back right there. He didn't spot out Adrian, unfortunately, crouching down and holding off by that tree.
And Aerial had the lives to their advantage, so even if they weren't able to get those kills, but a big 2-piece out of Benson, as I'm saying that, they just got to make sure that they've got some time. That may not look like a lot, but it is definitely enough for them to work with. They got to play these kills, they can get themselves back in the game, force the enemy to make an error, and there we go. There's 2 more kills out of the boys, about to be 3 if they can get Cruelty, and Reels is just running. We should have just held that angle. Would have been an easy kill, and Cruelty is just helping his teammates clean that up. And the only person left near the hill is Benson and Sinities. Big kill from Sinities, and I know it's a 4v5 in the favor of Aerial. We've got to make sure they get these kills there. It's a 3v5 now, it's a 2v5. they've got to get this kill on Cruelty. This is a big kill for them. Cruelty's got to actually go massive here to keep his team in the game.
Ooh,
and it's a big shot from Real.
That is nice,
Just
and
what you
that is
wanted
two
to see.
members hopefully in that bond, but that's gonna be it right there. Well
Didn't even need the last kill.
It looks like Reels just wanted to do the work by himself towards the end there. I'll just kill Cruelty myself, it's okay, I'll just extend out like that. But man, Royal Esports certainly tried their best to try and win off by lives, but it wasn't enough for them. I think Benson sitting on that top mansion, getting 2-piece after 2-piece, was certainly making in that to happen on Aerial Esports' side. Aerial Gaming side, but unfortunately for Royal Esports, it was kind of, they needed to focus where they're positioning their players, because it seems like they're scattered everywhere.
You know, I spoke about it earlier, just about playing together with your team. It took a bit longer for Aerial to get there, but they started off well, and they kept the momentum going, and Real just seems to be picking up the pace as he goes.
Yeah, and it looks like Tiki will be the first choice, and Stark has laid off the first types of bullets, but 3 members just passed by his face, and now he doesn't know which one do I go for, guys. Unfortunately, not enough, and that is 3 members on the side of the point right now, as we can see. 1 tick is done, almost the second one incomplete, and Cruelty has taken off Sanity's right there, but Stark delivers the trade out. Now Sanity's trying to hold off that B side, but he's waiting for any of the players to come underneath bottom of mansion, but he loses an important gunfight that could have allowed him, but thankfully Stark has got that teammate's trade right now, and he changes that gunfight, and he goes at the bottom of a mansion, and already 2 minutes on the side of a Royal Esports to capture, and B is already slowly getting involved on number 4. That's gonna be Legit. Speaking of Legit, unfortunately does get gunned down by Stark, trying his best in bottom of mansion to get some of those kills, and Adrian wins that gunfight against Benson, but now dipping away.
Yeah, you love to see this. The minute the players get that first wave down, they just play for the control. So the same setup they have right now is just guaranteeing them kills. You know, it's all they need. Just kill after kill to make sure they whittle down their lives, hold their pushes, and work that timer down. And you can see the boys at the Royal need to find a way to collect themselves. And Tiller getting very aggressive, Legit's my bad, getting very aggressive with that AR. And a big 2-piece to open up, and it's a third down by Cruelty. There's one more up, and the Reals with a 2-piece of his own to keep his team back in it. Cruelty taking out Stark again, and Cruelty's just going off in this one.
Yeah, and Sanity's trying to come over and help his teammate out. He does get the beautiful trade right there, but let's see what Legits can do in gunfight. Yes, he can, and Tiller is coming in to support his teammate from quad. Unfortunately, Stark does win that gunfight, and this allowing him to get rid of that tick. They haven't even touched that 1 tick yet. They have 1 minute and 10 seconds counting down right now, and Stark challenges that top mansion. Unfortunately, the mantle for Legits did cost him his life there, but Adrian is still up there with his Krieg. He needs to watch himself if he's gonna drop down, but maybe he can spot off Stark on the side of that water, but his teammates just trapped on water staircase right now. But it looks like Tiller is entering into money right now. Oh, he's just gonna be watching the back. Of course, Sanity's giving away that position, but Reels turning his back quick enough and gets the teammate out as Adrian delivers a wonderful shot punch. Now getting into that point, they're getting their first tick possibly right now. Let's get it. Finally for Royal Esports to come into play. Cruelty, you want to go for shot punches, I guess, instead of shooting. Fair enough, and now he's going to be in try and take the control of spawn trapping them, and let's see how they do if any of the players are going to be focused on a basketball side. But right now, Aerial Esports are cleaning them out pretty well in doubt, and it's just gonna be Mr. number 3, who's Cruelty himself, that's sitting there in a position that's very easy to unfortunately gun them down if they're in this position, because Sanity's right now isn't focused, but Stark unfortunately misses that gunfight, and now Cruelty just needs to play his time. Oh.
It's a big 2 from Sanity's, and it's just Tiller left on his hill. Obviously, you've got Legits to support him, and his teammates are spawning up fast and behind him a mansion. Tiller is absolutely weak here. Stark cleans him up, and they've got to keep them off the hill. It's a big gunfight from Stark, and it just seems that the Adrian and the Legit's just walking through that situation. And easy capture for the boys in the Royal Esports. That round could have really gone either way. The boys at Aerial Gaming just seemed to pick up their slack, and they were doing really well. They were defending the B point, which, like I said before, is incredibly difficult to break that setup and get that point captured if you do not get A first. And it just shows that those guys were ready for it, and the guys at Royal are confident to break that setup, and it worked for them towards the end, but just took them a long time to get there. I guess they thought it was going to be a steamroll like it was in the first round.
Yeah, and I think on Royal Esports side, they definitely understood now what needs to be done on capturing side. But look at Cruelty picking up that first defense with 2 players in front of him, but still somehow survives that. Now Benson needs to watch in court, but he gets that revenge off of his teammate with that beautiful nade. Now Cruelty just needs to watch over on the window of Art. Unfortunately, he's not viewing that side. That's going to be Tiller there, but I'm not sure. Number 3 himself does get off that point, help him, his teammates out, and that's 3 members down on the side of Aerial Gaming, now focused all the way on B. But can they come from the back of their spawn? That is 2 players on the side. Cruelty has discovered one of them on Water Staircase dead, but that's Mr. Benson himself on top of, Mr. Sanities himself on top of Mansion, who has dropped down. Now spotting Legits on Water Staircase. He does win that gunfight. Well done to him, but he just needs to play his time perfectly. Unfortunately, Benson coming in, trying to finish off that kill. Shaky shots, Benson, but Adrian does win that gunfight, and now he goes immediately for reals with that amount of health. This man is here to make sure that this point doesn't get any more ticks than it needs to.
And now you see the boys at Aerial trying to work this mid. I think they should have just tried to hit this A to get some extra time on the clock, because the life difference isn't that unrecoverable. It's just a matter of them playing together, and they just keep going down one after the other. If they now, I see that they have all spawned up under the mansion, all trying to hit it together. They should know that Adrian is there, and now he's got backup in the form of Tiller. It's a quick kill from Legits in mid, and this.
Cruelty
down on the side of Aerial, and
Cruelty.
now they are ready for the next wave. You swear Legit has a sub in his hand, the quick lanes he's playing with his AR, and
he just doesn't care. Look at that.
He's just running there.
What is that?
Head first.
My man, he doesn't even want to aim in. He just wants to hip fire for the win. But look at Cruelty. Talk about someone coming in from the back. You cannot let that happen on the side of Aerial Gaming. He has done this multiple times. Can he get the third? He wants the third. Sanities give him the third right there, and that's where you die. And that is 3 members down on the team, but Reals is in that spawn. Unfortunately, the streak is about to hit him right now, and this is not going to be enough for Stark getting off that 2-piece. But now, Water Staircase is going to be Benson, who is going to challenge that. Can he finish off the kill? There we go, he can. Well, indeed, and that's another 3 on the side of Cruelty. Let's see what they can do right now, but it's going to be Tiller, who's coming in from the back there. He just needs to enter that point just a tiny bit, but Stark Stark is holding off these kills as best as he can. Look at this, look at objective times, objective kills, Keegan, based on this so far. And number 19, Mr. Benson himself, top mansion. I was just about to bring up, he's probably in top mansion getting kills, because this is what he loves to do. He's holding it off, but Aerial Gaming, 2 lives left compared to 14. They have to make a move right now.
It's all but
That's
done.
gonna be it.
It was a 2v14. We've seen bigger miracles not happen.
Yeah.
It's just it's lethal from the boys over at Royal. I mean, like I said, they've known to say that their first map is their warm-up map, and once they find their groove, they are definitely in the mood to play tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like map 4 is among us now. Let's see how it goes through. Of course, map 4 is gonna be a Moscow.
Yeah, Moscow.
Another Moscow control. HP. Sorry about that. HP, and then if needed for a map 5, it will be a checkmate, search and destroy. Currently leading the series by 1 more point to win it off. Of course, if they can close it off here, Royal Esports. Let's see what you guys can do on this, but it's time to see what can Aerial Gaming strike back with the HP. Because certainly so, they want to get that HP control. I mean, look at them in the garrison, Keeks. That was some great control by them. And Mr. Stark is still been going off regardless of his loss in S&D. That man came back for a comeback in this control.
Yeah, he really needs his teammates to step up to the plate. It's just kind of a one-man show right now, and the minute he doesn't do anything, the team just suffers as a whole. Benson definitely trying his utmost in that control to keep his head and his team in the game, but there's only so much you can do from that bedroom in top mansion.
Yeah.
It's just it's all about maybe them being better on these HPs, that they feel that they have more control, because like I said, Apocalypse, Garrison and Moscow are all rotation based maps, and it just shows that the boys over at Aerial are very good at rotation based maps, so maybe this Moscow is a pick that they are confident in.
Yeah, I would definitely say so, and if anything, to lead us to a map 5, Aerial Esports know what they need to do. Unfortunately, I believe one player thought this was a scrims maybe, or 8s. Unfortunately just joined up randomly, but hey, we move. But yeah, continuing with that, Royal Esports and need to see if they can close it off now. This is the time. Moscow is such a tricky map with AR dominance, of course, that P1 starting it off, and then spawns for that P2, and of course, if Aerial Gaming have an issue capturing that P2, they need to focus on cutting them off on that P3. Eski side is where the most action happens in for those rotations, but we're gonna have to see how it goes through, starting off on this map right now.
Yeah, and you just want to see like which team has got confidence in their strength. You know, we know how this team in Royal just were dominating last night on this map, particularly 100 clubbing the boys over at Impulsive Red. So this might be a repeat, but I'm fairly sure the boys over AL have something to say about that and have not put out that fire in them.
Yeah, and it looks like Aerial Game is going back to that 2 QBZ setup with 274Us as traditional Royal Esports. They keep it off with that Krig. Of course, Keegan, do you think that gun is actually going to get G8?
Yo, man, we can't be talking about this. They might just do it at this point.
Yeah, okay, Cruelty.
But it shouldn't get G8. The gun is definitely powerful, but in its own right, like we've said before. It just got to force these subs to play their lane, you know. The subs can't be overly eccentric about how an AR can kill them from distance. An AR is supposed to kill you from distance, my dude. The sub should not be doing that. So, you know, if anything, we might see the AK-74 you get G8, but, you know,
I doubt that'll ever happen, though. That is something that they will definitely love to keep in, and I'm pretty sure on NA Pro side, they will certainly keep that QBZ for quite some time, unless someone does something crazy with it. Of course, you can see the side of Aerial Esports. Look at that rotation pushing off towards the street side, but Legits needs to try and get a kill on Bud, but Benson just manages to gun him down. Benson finally getting off a kill on his side, but look at that Tiller. Coming in from behind Tiller's side is going to be the side of Stark. Unfortunately, a nade does kill him off by Benson. Benson's been hitting these nades like Kobe right now. He's certainly doing well, and Sanity's holding off that time, gunning off one of those players. Legit still on pillar side, waiting for Adrian to make a push through, but nope, Benson's gonna take that kill from him too, but Adrian is gonna challenge that, and he does win it, but Stark comes in for the slide, and it tries to get over that Trader, but it's not going to do well. But Reels is there, and Benson trying. I was just about to point it out. Till is about to make a slip through, and Benson is playing the dirty work right now for his team. But look at Cruelty on the sides of Royal Esports. 17 seconds, and he's already got rotations for new and spawns.
Yeah, I mean, you say 17, but if you looked at it, he was on that move at like 25. He realized that hill was more or less lost. He needs to go and get those spawns for his team, make sure they spawn a little bit closer. But now here's the push from the boys at Aerial. They know that all they need to do is get those numbers up, get a kill, that guy spawns out, and it's a 3v4 with the numbers close to the hill. Synthes will get this kill on the Legits. Oh, he just about wins. He's on 10 HP. It was a very close gunfight. Legits almost snapped on him and put him in the ground, but Synthes said no. I got this gunfight, and now this is the rest of the team. This could potentially be a pinch. They gotta kill the Legits in mid. They don't know that he's there. This is a big kills from City. Big kills from Cities in the spawn, and now there's one person on the hill.
That is 4 down.
In Royal are dead. And they gotta know, the one guy's a ward read. This is an amazing read from Synergies, and Real should clean that up, and he does. That was a wonderful read, but now they should know the rest of the team on the side of Royal are spawning in front of them, and they just need to watch that angle, get those kills, and watch the timer and rotate to next.
Yeah, they definitely know how to break hills on this map. Looks like Moscow has really been a favor in their hands. Unfortunately, not for the S&D, but in respawn definition, it's been pretty well. But Synergies, speaking of him, on a 4-kill streak right now, and he is trying his best to enter through this compartment, but unfortunately he is contesting that hill, and one behind him, that will be Cruelty, still coming in from behind the players, but Benson has picked it up on bus side. Now can Benson hold it? Of course, we've seen him on top mansion. He's been getting in those tight kills, but Stark is going in for that kill, and Stark does win a 2-piece right there. That is 3 down already, and the last one player is in that doggy compartment right there, and that's going to be Tiller, who's just waiting for one player to push him, and that's going to be the side of Reels, but unfortunately bad timing for Tiller. He didn't know which way to switch through, and that was a pinch coming up on the side as Adrian does gun down Benson. That That is 2 players left on that hill. Sanity's and Stock by themselves, spawning into the point. Stock just focused on that compartment, making sure no one's trying to come through, but Cruelty trying to jump in and get that kill, and he suddenly does so while he lets a teammate trade him out right now. But Royal Esports holding in this point for the last 13 seconds while we can see Tiller making a move towards P1 again, and now Benson is already set up. Benson's focused on that next P2 rotation. This is what I like to see, but can Adrian read him? And Adrian is suddenly focused on that side there as Cruelty comes involved, but Reels does win that gunfight right now, but he gets the second. Adrian wins off 2, but letting that 2 kills happen, Benson does die. Unfortunately, he does get the gun off, but this allowing them to still spawn in on the right side for Royal Esports currently.
Yeah, and you see that at this point, the boys at Aerials need to try and get these picks on the hill, play through the hill, and that's all they're going to do. It's a quick trade for them. Benson and Reels getting some quick kills, and now Benson managing to get through. I don't think that Tiller has realized it, but he's going to go check it. And that's unfortunate. Suddenly he's getting caught throwing a nade. Stock with his trade, but there's 2 more on the hill. And that's a big kill from Benson on the flank.
Yeah.
And Reels being there as well. It's unfortunate that Stock spawned up so late, but they definitely have the setup for this new hill. This P1 did give Royal a fight in this game, as you see that they've caught all the way up and taken the lead from that P1 when they were in a massive deficit. But Synthesis is going to get this kill on Tiller, and all he's got to do is work that next angle, but Legit is just too good on that Krieg right now.
Yeah, and right now Benson coming in with another 2-piece after 2-piece. Okay, Benson, you are just doing your team pretty well right now, but they allowed that one player to come through that B bomb side, and I believe that is a number 2 Adrian, who just gets gunned down by Stark. Unfortunately, TK has been delivered on real side by Sanities. Hopefully not in allowing them enough time to spawn in, but unfortunately 2 players down. Adrian going in for that next point. But you notice Aerial Gaming, maybe that TK did help them out for the next spawn in right there, as we see Stark going in to the point, but a streak will be called into play, and that's gonna be, I believe, who was that they called a streak? I'm guessing that must have been Cruelty. That missed his streak, I think.
But you can see that they realize they don't want any of that time. They want to secure the rotation. Now they just got to, make sure they don't get killed. Synergies is in a similar position where Legit's died, but Synergies is now weak and doesn't know that Adrian is close by and that Nay's gonna finish him off. He has a trophy. Throw the trophy, Synergies. Throw the goddamn trophy. But saying that, his teammates managed to pull through and just get those kills to secure that hill. Stark's gonna challenge the Jets.
Stark!
He's weak, but he backs out immediately. He realized,
2 trophies. The 2 trophies were there for him at least, thankfully. And now Legit's in the point, but can Stark get a bit risky with it and get the kill? Yes, he does. But now he spots out Tiller and Stark. 74, you might get GA. There's a tiny bit now. If anyone wants to see information why, even though that muzzle's gone, this man is still frying with it, and suddenly that's not being a point. Obviously, that 74U still does his damage, and we joke it's gonna get G8, but geez, that gun does wonders sometimes, man. Gun really does wonders.
And we went off on about how Stark was popping off in the first map, but it seems like his teammates are just coming to the party in this one, and it's working out as the team just coming to the play and getting those kills to help him out a little bit. Shows that they are trying to make sure they see out this HP and they get to that map 5. And Adrian with some clean kills on the flank, he picked up a sub somewhere. He's got an AR and a sub, and Rios just says put the sub away, pull out your AR, use what you're good at. It's just back to all aerial control on this hill, and now Sanity is in the bus and look long, get those quick kills, and Benson just under him, making sure he can help him out, get some kills. And if Sanity can get more ankle shots, he could have killed was it legit Tiller over there, but he's got Benson to help him out. And the boys at Aerial, they just need to try and make sure they get this control. I see both subs getting nice and aggressive on gold. You love to see it.
Ooh, Sanities.
Enthusiasm from Stark with a TK. But the 2 big
look at that feed!
The ARs just have the control over this hill and are saying, if you want it, just run into me and make my life easier.
Yeah.
Big gunny from Adrian, killing Benson all the way in bus. But again, if if Royal can get the same time they got the first time off this P1, it's gonna be a tough time for the boys over at Aerial.
Yeah, and right now they look like they're secured for that new, but of course, number 5 himself, Sinities, is going to be making a push through towards a goal right now. He has put it out. Tilla hasn't officially killed him yet. Tilla is still playing over that gold, and if he does challenge him with that shadow right there, he does get that one. Can he get the second on Cruelty? Cruelty does win it right now. They just need to make sure. But you notice, number 8, whoever that is, I believe that is Mr. Reels himself, just watching over the back there. Can he get Legits in enough time? Unfortunately not, and Legits on that 5-kill streak, maybe trying to get some streaks right now. Stark, Sanities, and Benson are making their move towards a lobby right now, and Legit's posting up on that window. Can he get a couple more kills? Maybe getting some streaks. He gets 2 right there, but Benson does shut him down, but he did get that artillery right now, and Benson trying to enter into that hill, not prepared for Tilla, who's coming in on a short side right now in this HP, not doing very well for the side of Royal Esports, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you really needed. Well, the thing is, still, it seems that he's not getting those kills, but I'm hoping he's putting up those damage numbers to make his team's life easier. You know, being the entry man, making the most noise for his team, and what a snap from Sinities to get the Jets in. And that's 3 down. They've got to make sure they get the last one in BS and D. They don't see him, but there's surely 3 members from Aerial that'll be able to take out Cruelty, and then the streaks are coming in. It's gonna not kill his teammate, that's for sure.
That's for sure, yeah.
Right? Yes, yeah.
I think a bit too fast with it, Benson. You may want to have taken your time right there, but Benson still spawns in 2 good rotations as the rest of Aerial Gaming as well. Going in for that next rotation, he's gonna go and set up towards the back of the spawn there, waiting for any of the teammates to make a move on the side of a Royal Esports. It looks like Legits does gun down Stuck, but Stuck still spawning in on the nice side, but he has spotted out Benson, and Benson wins that gunfight right there. Well, indeed, and he's just holding his time right there, and Stuck is still in lobby, mid, right now, and lobby as well. One coming in from mid, but notice the 2 players in the back, number 2 and 3, Cruelty and Adrian, trying to make a move for the flip of spawns right now.
They now know where everybody is with those 2 gunfights engaging. The streaks are now coming in as well. These are big kills, and it's 3 down from the boys at Aerial. Royal looking to clear out the series right here now, but it's gonna have to be a big play from Stark. He's gonna have to jump the hill. He doesn't have time. He's not gonna go. He's too late, and it's all but a GG for the boys at Royal Esports.
Yeah, completely. So unfortunately, Royal Esports, unfortunately, Aerial Gaming are not the winners today, and we are not going to see that map 5, but well done to Royal Esports for taking it 3-1. Jeez, what a game. What a game. Unfortunately, those streaks really did do something there.
At the end, they were implemented the same way, actually. Aerial implemented them in the garrison, you know, right towards the end, clear out the map, make sure it was the guaranteed map. And Royal just did the same to them in the Moscow and showed them that this is their map and they are not going to get any way inside of this whatsoever.
Yeah, completely so. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into the stream. Make sure to follow the Twitter and IG in the description below. Please stay behind and watch our slideshow, of course, to commemorate in memory of Keenan Opperman, one of the players that mean so much to us in Atlantic Esports, who unfortunately did pass away. And we just would like anybody of chat here to come and watch, stay behind for this little couple of minutes left. But for myself and Keegs, you can check us out on Twitter at AstraBlackZack, at KeegsGTR. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Good night.